Hello everyone,
Hey.
welcome back to the channel. This is once again the VNR movie podcast, and we're not talking about movies tonight.
No, we're
but
not.
we are. I mean, we will discuss movies every now and again because we always have that on the brain because. Yeah, new movies are always coming out, and we're always discovering old movies.
100%.
Recently, we've been watching the Matrix movies.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Yeah,
the fourth one was awful.
Yeah, I see value in all of the Matrix movies, but after finished watching the Matrix movies, we're now going to watch some movies that have some similarities to the Matrix, which may or may not have also been influential on the Matrix, like Dark City. And Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Like Cyberpunk.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that Ghost in the Shell reminds me of Cyberpunk.
Well, it's very much a
sci-fi.
A template kind of cyberpunk work.
Yeah.
And not only that, we're also going to we're going to be doing a commentary soon, and one of them is going to be on the Ghost in the Shell live action film featuring
that was awful.
Featuring Scarlett Johansson. I don't like it either. That's why we're doing a commentary on it. I didn't expect that movie to be good, but do you know why I knew that movie wasn't going to be good?
Why?
Because of the director, Rupert Sanders.
Who's he?
He's the director of Snow White and the Huntsman.
Oh yes.
And he's also directing that Crow remake.
Oh.
Yeah.
My bad. You told me about him, but I'm not really into that directors.
Yeah. Well, maybe you ought to be.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of people that work on a movie, and to say that it always falls on the director and that a bad movie is always the director's fault is probably way too broad and simplistic. I mean, generally speaking, the director is supposed to catch these mistakes.
Yes.
But if you're a small-time director suddenly pushed into a big budget spectacle, and you're working with actors that are working as producers of their own movies and have but I'm saying that the actors probably have a lot of control over the film themselves, and they probably override whatever the director thinks should be done, and the director gets the blame.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, that is exactly.
Yes, it is.
Exactly right. And see, this is what I was talking about, because I started off by saying this. We're not talking about movies today.
No, we're not. I'm still talking to me about movies.
Yeah, and that's I don't mean that as a bad thing. This is not. This is just to get in by the audience, give them a warm, fuzzy kind of
welcome experience.
Yeah, welcome to the channel. Yokoso.
Vietnam movie podcast, you just said.
Yeah. I just said yokoso. I just said welcome.
Oh, welcome. Okay.
Yeah. I said welcome in French.
Oh, nice. Oh, did you? I didn't know that was French.
I didn't. That was Japanese.
Oh.
The French is the language I would like to learn.
Yes.
But speaking of, I've been watching this anime called Revolutionary Girl Utena.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm not very far into it yet. I don't really know how far it. I don't really know how much I need to watch of it before I can say.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know what exactly this series is about.
Yeah.
But from cultural osmosis, it seems like it's kind of a lesbian love story.
Oh wow. Not bad.
Yep. Utena herself, she dresses like a boy. Wears a boy's uniform, but she still identifies as a girl.
Not bad.
So yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much like trans representation, but that's okay. Not everything, like not
everything has to be.
not every demographic needs to be represented.
Yeah.
No, but if they choose to represent a demographic, let's not be assholes about it.
No.
Like with that new Assassin's Creed game, people, it's set in feudal Japan, and the protagonist is that black samurai who historically did exist.
I didn't notice.
Well,
I just saw the trailer and it's a game to me. Didn't notice.
Well, that's as far as you should look into it, because
yes,
a game is a game. What matters is if it's fun.
Yes. Just hope it's not sheep.
But if you hear anybody saying it doesn't make sense for there to be a black samurai, to just throw their opinion away. The guy existed. He was real. One thing that it comes to that game, I hope it's good, and that's it. I don't care about anything as long as it's good. If it's shit, I'll waste $300 for the game. At the very least, I hope it's as good as Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah, bad again. Like Ghost of Tsushima is better than samurai game ever.
I wonder if we'll ever get a World War II Assassin's Creed movie where you have to kill Hitler.
Maybe.
That'd be fun.
Would I do it?
Speaking of Hitler, I mean that's one of the subjects that we'll be talking about tonight in the debut of our new kind of series. We'll be doing this. I don't know, maybe. I don't know, hopefully this will be a series. I guess it depends on how we like doing it, but yeah, we are going to talk about 2 Tyrants.
Yes.
They are in the title of our stream, but we'll only just talk about them when we get to them. So let's start with Adolf Hitler. Yeah,
Adolf Hitler.
I mean, what can be said about this guy?
He's a bad person.
That'd be an understatement of the century.
Or evil person? I don't know.
Well, probably still an understatement, really, because whatever can be said about Hitler. He's pretty much everything.
Evil.
Yeah. Hitler is a lot of things, and very little of them good.
Mm-hmm.
Is any of them good? I mean, I don't know, but we're here to talk about.
Yeah, talk about him.
Talk about his personhood. So, maybe we'll be surprised. Probably not, but let's get this going. I mean.
Yes.
I mean,
Hitler.
No, I figure we, talk about more about Hitler's personage and less about what he did as a dictator, because we all know. I mean, I think we'll.
Dictator.
Yeah, I think we'll go over it a little bit as we talk about him, but let's just. So many other people have talking about that, and have done a better job of it than we ever could. So let's just get into this.
Yes.
This, look at how many tabs I have open for.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and this isn't just for Hitler. This is for other subjects as well. Yes. But let's get this started. Just let me drink my water a little bit.
Yeah.
And
so basically, he joined in. What happened World War One?
Well, let's just read from his Wikipedia page a little bit. Adolf Hitler was an Austrian-born German politician who was the dictator of Nazi Germany from 1933 until his suicide in 1945. He rose to power as the leader of the Nazi Party, becoming the Chancellor in 1933, and then taking the title of Führer und Reichskanzler in 1934. During his dictatorship, he initiated the European theatre of World War II by invading Poland on the 1st of September 1939. He was closely involved in military operations throughout the war and was central to the perpetration of the Holocaust, the genocide of about 6 million Jews and millions of other victims.
Oh, wow.
He was born in Braunau am Inn in Austria-Hungary and was raised near Linz. He lived in Vienna later in the first decade of the 1900s, before moving to Germany in 1913. He was decorated during his service in the German army in World War One. In 1919, he joined the German Workers' Party, the precursor of the Nazi Party, and in 1921 was appointed leader of the Nazi Party. In 1923, he attempted to seize governmental power in a failed coup in Munich and was sentenced to 5 years in prison, serving just over a year of his sentence. While there, he dictated the first volume of his autobiography and political manifesto, Mein Kampf, or My Struggle. I've read the Communist Manifesto, which, Hitler hated communism.
Yes.
After his early release in 1924, Hitler gained popular support by attacking the Treaty of Versailles and promoting pan-Germanism, anti-Semitism, and anti-communism with charismatic oratory and Nazi propaganda. He frequently denounced communism as being part of an international Jewish conspiracy.
Oh wow.
By 1932, the German party held the most seats in the Reichstag, but did not have a majority. No political parties were able to form a majority coalition in support of a candidate for Chancellor. Former Chancellor Franz von Papen and other conservative leaders convinced President Paul von Hindenburg to appoint Hitler as Chancellor on the 30th of January 1933. Shortly thereafter, Reichstag passed the Enabling Act of 1933, which began the process of transforming the Weimar Republic into Nazi Germany, a one-party dictatorship based on the totalitarian and autocratic ideology of Nazism. Hold on.
Okay.
Before I move on, and as I drink my water and give my voice a little bit of a break, would you tell me what you know about Nazism as an ideology?
That is hate Jews.
That is a part of it, yes.
Yes, and that's it.
I mean, that's not just it.
Oh no, there's more to it.
Yeah, they don't just hate Jews, they hate pretty much all races.
Oh.
Yeah, they hate, they hate women, they hate...
disabilities.
They hate queer people, they hate...
hate everything.
Yeah, they hate democracy.
Yes.
They hate...
Republic.
Yeah, they hate egalitarianism. They
hate everything.
And they love death, pain... Well, death, violence, and having a strong dictator.
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically it'd pretty much be the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Upon Hindenburg's death on the 2nd of August 1934, Hitler succeeded him, becoming simultaneously the head of state and government with absolute power. Domestically, Hitler implemented numerous racist policies and sought to deport or kill German Jews. His first 6 years in power resulted in rapid economic recovery from the Great Depression. Gotta give him that. The abrogation, abrogation of restrictions imposed on Germany after World War One, and the annexation of territories inhabited by millions of ethnic Germans, which initially gave him significant popular support.
Oh wow.
One of Hitler's key goals was Lebensraum, or living space for German people in Eastern Europe, and his aggressive expansionist foreign policy is considered the primary cause of World War II in Europe. He directed large-scale rearmament and on the 1st of September 1939 invaded Poland, resulting in Britain and France declaring war on Germany. In June 1941, Hitler ordered an invasion of the Soviet Union. In December 1941, he declared war on the United States.
Oh wow, in Russia?
Yeah, by the end of 1941, German forces and the European Axis occupied most of Europe and North Africa.
Yes.
These gains were gradually reversed after 1941, and in 1945, the Allied armies defeated the German army.
Yeah.
On the 29th of April 1945, he married his long-term partner Eva Braun, in the Führer bunker in Berlin.
Yeah.
On the following day, the couple committed suicide to avoid capture by the Soviet Red Army. In accordance with Hitler's wishes, the corpses were burned.
Oh wow.
The historian and biographer Ian Kershaw describes Hitler as the embodiment of modern political evil. Under Hitler's leadership and racist ideology, the Nazi regime was responsible for the genocide of an estimated 6 million Jews and millions of other victims, whom he and his followers deemed Untermenschen, subhuman, or socially undesirable. Hitler and the Nazi regime were also responsible for the deliberate killing of an estimated 19 million civilians and prisoners of war. In addition, 28 million soldiers and civilians died as a result of military action in the European theatre. The number of civilians killed during World War II was unprecedented in warfare, and the casualties constituted the deadliest conflict in history.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, Hitler is not well remembered.
No, it's not.
Ah.
Why?
Some things that are...
What happened to his kids? I know he had a child.
No, Hitler did not have any kids.
Oh, really?
We'll actually go back into... We'll actually get into that a little bit later in the show.
Yeah.
But, what I do know, and maybe we'll get into this a little later, but some things are Hitler's Hitler's mother and father were both first cousins.
Gosh, damn.
Yeah.
No wonder he's acting like that way.
Yeah. In fact, the names are up here. Alois Hitler and Clara Polzy.
Yeah.
I have no idea if I said that right. Hitler's father was, I think he was in the city council.
Yes.
When Hitler was, where Hitler lived as a young boy.
Oh well. He was the fourth.
He was very abusive.
Of course.
Hitler also had a few brothers who all died young.
Yeah.
I think they all died young. We'll probably get into this also later. And, because of that, Hitler's mother doted on him.
Yeah.
And when she died of breast cancer, Hitler was very, devastated and kind of emotionally shattered by that.
Yes.
So that's what I know about Hitler's, early life. Maybe we'll get into this.
Yes. And what happened to his brother and sisters after World War II? Are there a lot that did they make? Not too sure.
Hitler had a sister who I think lived for a little while after World War II, but I think she eventually passed away. I think she lived at a fairly old age.
Yeah.
But let's maybe I can find her here somewhere.
Yes.
Angela. Older sister of Hitler.
Yeah.
Let's see when she passed away.
1949.
She lived 4 years after World War II.
It looks like she has kids. Or she had a son.
Apparently Hitler didn't like his sisters.
Oh.
Oh God.
Yeah.
She actually thinks her brother didn't know anything about the Holocaust.
Oh wow.
I mean, I think that's
Yeah, she hasn't known.
I mean, okay, I think it's plausible that she didn't know if Hitler really didn't, think she was a smart woman.
Yeah.
But if she's willing to say that he didn't know anything about the Holocaust, maybe he was right that she is a stupid stupid goose. But anyway, let's give Wikipedia a break and just move on to our first article.
Yes.
After the Wikipedia.
Yes.
This is from Britannica.
Yeah.
Rise to Power of Adolf Hitler.
Oh well. Adolf sounds like adult.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I kind of did think of Adolf Hitler rather than Adolf Hitler.
Yes.
Speaking of which, do you know what Adolf means in German?
No.
Noble wolf.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that name is so stigmatized now.
I know.
Because Noble Wolf, I do like the sound of that.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, but too bad Hitler had to ruin it for everyone.
Yeah.
Just like that mustache.
Yes, and the head too. The hairstyle.
Man, I feel like that hairstyle is still.
It's still going around, but if you've got the mustache and the hairstyle, then you'd be like.
Yeah, the mustache definitely ruins pretty much everything.
Yes.
Discharged from the hospital amid the social chaos that followed Germany's defeat, Hitler took up political work in Munich in May to June 1919 as an army political agent. He joined the small German Workers' Party. In 1920, he was put in charge of the party's propaganda and left the army to devote himself to improving his position within the party, which in that year was renamed the National Sozialistische Arbeiterpartei, on basically the Nazi party. Sorry that my German is not as competent as my Japanese.
Yes.
Conditions were ripe for the development of such a party. Resentment at the loss of the war and the severity of the peace terms added to the economic woes and brought widespread discontent. This was especially sharp in Bavaria due to its traditional separatism and the region's popular dislike of the Republican government in Berlin. In 1920, a coup d'état by a few army officers attempted in vain to establish a right-wing government.
Oh wow.
Let's go.
Early life.
I want to look at his early life.
Yes. It's loading. But hurry up. I don't know what's happening. Try to refresh it. I don't know.
I don't think I should.
No.
Here it is, early life. After his father's retirement from the state customs service, Adolf Hitler spent most of his childhood in Linz, the capital of Upper Austria. It remained his favorite city throughout his life, and he expressed his wish to be buried there. Alois Hitler died in 1903, but left an adequate pension and savings to support his wife and children. Although Hitler feared and disliked his father, he was a devoted son to his mother. Who died after much suffering in 1907. With a mixed record as a student, Hitler never advanced beyond a secondary education. After leaving school, he visited Vienna, then returned to Linz, where he dreamed of becoming an artist. Later, he used the small allowance he continued to draw to maintain himself in Vienna. He wished to study art, for which he had some faculties, but he twice failed to secure entry to the Academy of Fine Arts. We'll be looking at Hitler's art a little bit later.
Yeah.
For some years, he lived a lonely and isolated life, earning a precarious livelihood by painting postcards and advertisements and drifting from one municipal hostel to another. Hitler already showed traits that characterized his later life: loneliness and secretiveness, a bohemian mode of everyday existence, and hatred of cosmopolitanism and of the multinational character of Vienna.
Yeah. Oh wow.
This gets into Hitler's time as a soldier. I think we'll
yeah, but that's a lot.
I think we'll skip it though.
We can skip some.
So
basically, he was meant to be an artist. How did he end up being doing politics?
Okay. Here's my best estimate. He wanted to be an artist, but he just wasn't good enough. And then World War I broke out, and He joined the German army.
Yes. Why that changed his mind?
Yeah, and after World War One and Germany's defeat, Germany was pretty much a broken state.
Yes.
And Hitler, that led to a lot of political discontent within Germany. All these different political groups trying to, vying for power and proposing their own solutions. Hitler liked the party that he would become leader of, and change to the Nazi Party.
Yes,
and that's how he got into politics.
Nazi now.
He said early on this very page that he was in charge of the party's propaganda.
Yes.
It's scroll down a little bit.
What if he didn't join a what if there was no World War One? Imagine this dude the planting was different. If he didn't do the join the art and the military, he could have been a painter still. I don't know.
Perhaps he would have.
Yes.
I mean the professor that rejected Hitler from art school said that his work would be better suited for architecture.
Yes.
And we'll look into that a little bit later. But I just want to read this section on Hitler's life and habits.
Yeah.
Hitler's personal life has grown more relaxed, or had grown more relaxed and stable with the added comfort that accompanied political success. After his release from prison, he often went to live on the Obersalzberg near Berchtesgaden. His income at this time was derived from party funds and from writing for nationalist newspapers. He was largely indifferent to clothes and food, but did not eat meat and gave up drinking and all other alcohols. His rather irregular working schedule prevailed. He usually rose late, sometimes dawdled at his desk and retired late at night.
Oh wow.
At Berchtesgaden, his half-sister Angela Rubal and her two daughters accompanied him. Hitler became devoted to one of them, Geli, and it seems that his possessive jealousy drove her to suicide in September 1931.
So she did, yeah.
For weeks, Hitler was inconsolable. Sometime later, Eva Braun, a shop assistant from Munich, became his mistress.
Oh wow.
Hitler rarely allowed her to appear in public with him.
Yeah.
He would not consider marriage on the grounds that it would hamper his career. Braun was a simple young woman with few intellectual gifts.
Oh, nice.
Her great virtue in Hitler's eyes was her unquestioning loyalty, and in recognition of this, he legally married her at the end of his life. So she was kind of the Harley Quinn to his Joker.
Yeah. I guess so.
I mean, Hitler being, thought of the most evil man in history.
Yes.
There are some, people in the Nazi Party that were deemed to be even worse than Hitler.
Yeah, this could be worse. Military soldiers, I don't know.
Yeah. You said one of these bottles I could have.
Yeah, you can have. Yeah, take it.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna start drinking from it now.
Yes. Bro, that was a lot. My head is spinning now because of it. Bro, new information. Just imagine if we did have kids. I feel sorry for his kids after his death. Suicide.
Oh jeez, who can I have no idea what to do with
Yes.
Okay, if I was the enemy and we just defeated Hitler, I have no idea what I'd do with it. What I'd do with his kids. It depends on. I guess it depends on how old they are.
Yeah.
Hitler was he was getting up there in years when he was when he died.
He was. But what's his motivation to start the war?
I think we can. I think we can give Britannica a rest.
Yes. Okay then.
So let's look at the psychopathography of Hitler. Now, this is a subject that deals with the hypothesis that Hitler was mentally ill, even though he wasn't diagnosed with any mental disease during his lifetime.
No.
Hitler has often been associated with mental disorders such as bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and psychopathy, both during his lifetime and after his death. Psychiatrists and psychoanalysts who have diagnosed Hitler as having mental disturbances include well-known figures such as Walter C. Langer and Erich Fromm. Other researchers such as Fritz Wedlich have concluded that Hitler probably did not have these disorders.
No way.
Obviously, one of the difficulties with trying to diagnose Hitler with a mental illness is that he's dead.
But I know, but back then they didn't have no mental illness, not like common. No psychologists.
People did.
But they'll be like, I don't know.
Well, Hitler did have he did have anxiety. And he was medicated for anxiety during his lifetime.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that the things were around.
So let's look at some of these alleged disorders.
Yes.
Hysteria, histrionic personality disorder, schizophrenia, paranoia, psychotic symptoms due to drug use, psychotic symptoms due to physical illness, narcissistic personality disorder, sadistic personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, abnormal brain lateralization, schizotypal personality disorder, dangerous leader disorder, never heard of that.
Me too.
Bipolar disorder.
And Asperger.
Yeah, Asperger syndrome.
That had to be a laugh. That had to be a laugh. I don't know. I can't judge.
I don't judge Hitler for maybe having any of those
I'm judging, but
disorders. I judge him for being Hitler.
Yes.
Hysteria. Let's see why they say that. We get into some detail. While military documents that allow conclusions about Hitler's physical health have been found and made accessible for research, there is lack of original documentation that would allow for an assessment of Hitler's mental condition.
Yeah.
Speculations about a possible psychiatric evaluation of Hitler in his lifetime focus on a stay in a military hospital. Pacewalk at the end of 1918, Hitler was admitted to hospital after mustard gas poisoning, to which he was exposed during a battle in Flanders. So that's Hitler there in 1921.
Yes, bro. He looks so young, so different. Look at moustache. Looks so different.
Yeah, he actually has a full moustache.
Yes.
In modern psychiatry, the term hysteria is no longer in use today. Corresponding symptoms are rather being associated with dissociative disorder or histrionic personality disorder. Let's keep going. Hypnotherapy.
Oh, that's...
Psychosis. Already in his lifetime, many elements in Hitler's personal beliefs and conduct were classified by psychiatrists as signs of schizophrenia. For example, his faith that he was chosen by fate to liberate the German people from their supposed most dangerous threat, the Jews.
What's that about the Jews? But how can he tell?
That's the thing. It's just nonsense.
Yes.
So one person that was saying this was Walter C. Langer and Moo-V, who came to the conclusion that Hitler, next to hysterical signs, showed all the classic symptoms of schizophrenia: hypersensitivity, panic attacks, irrational jealousy, paranoia, omnipotence fantasies, delusions of grandeur, belief in a messianic mission, and extreme paranoia.
Oh well. He would be a paranoid for sure because everyone was trying to assassinate him.
Yeah, they said that even though they thought Hitler was between hysteria and schizophrenia,
Yes.
they say that Hitler still had control over his pathological tendencies,
Yeah, so.
and that he's still completely responsible for what he did.
Yeah.
Moo-V thought it likely that Hitler eventually would lose faith in himself and in his destiny, and then commit suicide.
Yeah. Oh well.
Psychopathy, an antisocial personality disorder. Given the inhumanity of his crimes, Hitler was early on linked with psychopathy, a severe personality disorder whose main symptoms are a great or complete lack of empathy, social responsibility, and conscience.
Oh well.
The biologically determined concept still plays a role in the psychiatric forensic science, but it is no longer found in the modern medical classification systems. Today, corresponding clinical pictures are mostly classified as signs of an antisocial personality disorder. However, the symptomatology is rare, and unlike in popular discourse, where the classification of Hitler as a psychopath is commonplace, psychiatrists have only occasionally endeavored to associate him with psychopathy or
Yes.
antisocial personality disorder.
Oh well.
Depth psychological approaches. I don't know what that
That'll
is.
be the.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yes.
Although it is generally undisputed that Hitler had formative experience as a frontline soldier in World War II, only in the early 2000s did psychologists come up with the consideration that at least some of his psychopathology may be attributed to war trauma.
Maybe.
I think this is
He had a war trauma during the First World War.
yeah, I think this is
One,
I think this is probable. I think Hitler
Yeah.
likely did have PTSD.
but it wasn't a big thing back then.
I mean it was. It's just that people didn't really understand it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it was all new.
Yeah, I mean it was basically, instead of calling it PTSD, they called it shell shock.
Yeah.
So this is I think this one's probably the most likely.
Yes.
I mean he was blind. He was temporarily blinded during World War
Yes.
II. Psychoactive drug use.
Cocaine.
Yeah, yeah. Hitler regularly consumed methamphetamines, barbiturates, amphetamines, opiates, and cocaine.
I'm surprised that didn't kill him.
I mean, yeah, good point. In 2015, Norman Ohler published a work, De Totale Walsh, Germany, in which he claims that all of Hitler's irrational behavior can be attributed to his excessive drug use. Helena Boop, who reviewed the book in Die Zeit,
Yes.
wrote that Ohler's account is not based on solid research.
Oh well.
Minority opinions.
So that's a lot. Most
Hey.
opinions.
Hypotheses like the ones that Hitler's personality and behavior pointed to a personality disorder,
Yeah.
to a post-traumatic stress disorder, or to schizophrenia have not been undisputed, but they have repeatedly found endorsement from fellow psychiatrists. This does not apply to the following Hitler pathographies, whose authors are largely left alone with their diagnoses.
Oh well. Not bad.
Abnormal brain lateralization.
There's just like an autopsy on his body and his brain.
Yeah, that didn't happen because Hitler ordered for after
Yes.
he killed himself for his body to be burnt.
Burnt.
Yeah, I think and I think it was maybe thrown into a river. I don't know.
No, either way, so many things.
Schizotypal personality disorder, and autism spectrum disorder. Let's see what this. Michael Fitzgerald, a professor of child and adolescent psychiatry, published a cornucopia of pathographies of outstanding historical personalities, mostly stating that they had Asperger's syndrome, which is on the autism spectrum.
Yeah.
In his 2004 published anthology Autism and Creativity, he classified Hitler as an autistic psychopath.
Oh wow.
Autistic psychopathy is a term that the Austrian physician Hans Asperger had coined in 1944 in order to label the clinical picture that was later named after him, Asperger's syndrome, which has nothing to do with psychopathy in the sense of an antisocial personality disorder. Fitzgerald appraised many of Hitler's publicly known traits as autistic, particularly his various fixations, his lifeless gaze, his social awkwardness, his lack of personal friendships, and his tendency towards monologue-like speeches,
Yes.
which, according to Fitzgerald, resulted from an inability to have real conversations.
Yeah.
So what do you think? You think Hitler was autistic?
No.
I think I'll ask my friend when I see her on Sunday. She's autistic. So yeah, I think maybe Hitler had at least one of these. Maybe he had none of them. I don't think it's. I don't really think it's possible to diagnose somebody. Posthumously like these people are trying to do.
Apart for the cash, or the fame, either way. I don't know.
I mean, perhaps. But let's. We've looked at Hitler's early life and his psychopathography. So let's look at his art.
Yay! Oh wow.
Yeah, these are his paintings.
But he could have done, he could have done architect, or was painting, and he that's gorgeous.
Hold on. I just thought of something. I need to switch this to
Display.
Yeah, here, because and then now they can see.
Oh,
They
wow.
can see it. So, yeah, this is I don't know what the name of this is, but
But
Hitler made it.
I like it.
Yeah, I think there is some genuine skill here.
Yes, he should have never joined the war. He should just continue his own painting. That's what I think.
Hitler's the reception towards Hitler's art is mostly negative. Critics say that his art is like cold and unfeeling.
That's what art is.
And I don't disagree. I don't think this is without skill, but I mean there is a
Potential.
I don't know, there is kind of a lack of I don't really feel much when I look at it.
I just feel like there's emptiness in the world.
I don't really.
Isolation.
I wonder why is the sky this color? Isn't
doesn't have. I don't know, because like painting art is just what comes to your mind.
I mean, sure, but this is supposed. I mean, I imagine that Hitler was actually here painting this.
Maybe.
I mean, this is better than anything I could do.
Yeah.
I mean, give me enough time, I could probably do something like this. I mean, I'm a fair enough artist myself. You've seen my art.
Yeah, I have. I've seen yours.
I mean, at the very least, I'm probably a better sketcher.
Yes. But if you continue on painting, you could have get better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do want. I do want to get into painting.
Yes.
So let's look at another one. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, this is pretty much the same thing as I said before.
Which one? Which one, the left or the right?
Let's just assume that these are both Hitler.
Yes.
Yeah, this is.
I like the right.
The right looks kind of flat to me.
The left one's too bright.
I mean, the one on the left pops more, if you ask me.
Yeah,
the one on the right looks very flat, and the grass isn't very green, and this and the sky and the clouds kind of mixed together.
Yeah. I like it.
I mean, I think that's I think that's an issue. We already kind of looked at this one.
Yes.
And this is
That one, I like that one.
Pardon?
I like this one too. If it's his.
It's not. Okay. What's with Hitler not and the sky's not looking right? I mean, skies are blue, Addy.
Yes, but someone took the picture though. Who took the? Oh, I don't know because of the camera. But it is blue, but like there could be like a filter on top of his painting or school. Someone took the camera. I don't know. But it doesn't have to be blue because imagine it was light blue, or maybe kind of shade of blue.
Let's keep going. What's this? Okay, yeah. Here's something else. That's the first one of these with a person in it.
Yeah.
Which kind of made me reminded me of this kind of thing that I saw on an art website. Looked at Hitler's art, and it's like there's a lack of people in his art.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be people down here,
Yeah.
maybe, but I can't really tell.
Yeah, I can see one. Yeah, I can see one. I can see two. Wait, I see 1, 2, 3, kind of 4.
Wait. What do you mean two? Okay.
So that people.
Okay. Point to the first one. Yeah, maybe that is a person.
Down there.
Yeah, and whatever can be said, Hitler doesn't really draw people all that well, does
know.
he?
Not well, it doesn't be perfect, but I like it.
Let's keep going. Did we already look at this?
No, it wasn't this one.
Well, I think I like this one.
This
more.
one.
I think I like this one more than the others.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean everything looks kind of like
Depressing.
I wouldn't say depressing, but you know, everything looks like as it should, I think, and yeah, I do feel an appreciation of nature here.
Yes, I love nature.
Wait, is this a? Yeah, I think that does look like Hitler's signature down there. Yeah.
That looks depressing.
This doesn't look like something Hitler would make though.
No, but that looks depressing. That looks nice. Nature.
Yeah, I don't know how many paintings Hitler did during his lifetime.
I love Hitler. That's nice.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not bad. Not bad at all. The boats, the theme.
Is this all still in Vienna?
I think so.
I mean,
Is it?
is this Hitler's? Because
No.
What's this down here? What's that say?
Someone else's.
A Hitler. So I guess that's how we know it's his design.
And that's his design. It looks kind of depressed.
And this is kind of really making me think that I gotta, get into painting.
Yeah.
And here's Hitler looking at some, some of the art that he declared a degenerate.
Yes.
What it looks like he has really short legs.
Yes. Looks like a.
Maybe we should do a Google search.
Yes.
I picked Bing because I wanted to. Bing has a full screen mode that Google doesn't. That Google really doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Which is
I use Bing for everything mostly.
I use Bing for.
But I use both, and if I feel like it.
Well, I use a Bing for porn.
Fair enough.
Maybe we'll start here. Wikipedia. Take it back to Wikipedia.
Yes, Wikipedia.
Can this go side? Can this go sideways? Yeah, it looks like it can. So here's
That's his signature. He's got a Hitler.
Yeah, this is
That one I like.
I do see kind of a perspective issue.
How?
Because okay, there's this building. Is this part of this building? Is this part of this? I can't really tell where all this begins and ends.
Oh, they're all connected.
Yeah, but it's
That's not the side. That's like the back is more like to add on, like more. It's not the front. It's like an extension.
I mean, that's what I'm. I mean, maybe that is how it's supposed to look, but I don't know if Hitler's really communicating that right.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's more people in here.
Yes. Color like that. More like yellow dresses in a colour as well. More like vibrant colours.
I mean, this isn't a bad painting. It's better than most people can do.
So that's the Vienna State Opera.
Opera.
So if you live in, so is Austria German or?
Austria, it's its own country.
Well,
now it is. Back in the day, like there was something called Austria-Hungary.
Yeah.
Which I think included Germany and Austria, and now they're both their own countries and part of it.
Okay. Because I thought if it's basically it's not German.
Here's Mother Mary with the Holy Child Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Kind of yeah.
Maybe yeah. That's cute.
Okay, what do you think about the way Jesus kind of just stares at you? Gives you this penetrating stare.
I don't know. Take my soul. Into my soul. I don't know.
Why is baby portrayed as like a blonde? Like Hitler?
I don't know.
Well, why are they both white? Jesus would have been a brown Middle Eastern Jew.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, kind of funny if you think about it.
It is.
Here's something else.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, I like the softness of this one.
Yeah.
It has kind of a dream-like quality.
It is.
I wonder what these are supposed to be though. Sailboats?
Sailboats, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Okay, here's
wow, there goes painting.
An art critic? Is this an art critic?
Yeah. So basically, which kind of painting did he do? Is it which painting is it water painting or oil painting? I don't know.
I think they're watercolors.
Yeah.
I think a few of them were oil though. So here's something else, and yeah, this one's. I think this one is another one with this.
Yeah, there's another one.
I think this is another one with a perspective issue
Yes.
because, like, is this supposed to be one building or two buildings?
There's supposed to be one.
And what's going on with this step?
Not too sure.
Like, something about it doesn't look right.
It doesn't line up.
Hey, you know, I get it. Painting is hard.
Yes. It is. My auntie paints.
Is she any good?
Yes.
Oh, good for her.
She's like oil painting, all that kind of painting, yeah. But she's not a perfect, like, she doesn't make money out, like, she paints it for, like, a hobby.
You know, one of my old friends from high school described Hitler as a great artist.
Yes.
She's since come out as trans, so I wonder how she feels about that old comment.
Yeah.
So let's continue.
Yeah.
Going somewhere.
No.
Oh no, just closing the door.
There's people here.
This one is okay. It looks better on your TV than on my laptop.
Oh, really?
So this is.
Looks nice.
Yeah, it looks right.
But too much white. Too much white.
Yeah, it kind of does. No, we already looked at this one, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
No, I actually don't think we did.
Yes, we did.
I think we looked at a version of this, but I don't think this is the same one.
I thought so. Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, I think I think the
But a different angle.
let's just move on.
Yes.
How many more paintings are on this?
I'm not too sure.
This is the one we actually saw earlier. Okay, I guess
so the different angle then.
Okay, I guess Hitler redid this. So
They look much better then.
So you like this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one kind of looks like that.
Looks like being like it looks different now.
I mean,
Yeah.
I honestly, I think I see more personality in this one, but I see more skills.
Yes.
More skill in this one.
I like it.
Yeah, this one it's definitely better.
Yeah.
It's definitely better. We
Same
looked at
one. We
this
saw that
one.
one. Yeah.
We haven't looked at this one yet.
No.
The perspective looks more competent here. I still don't really see. Is this all meant to be one building, or is this a few buildings?
Few buildings like that connected to like stuff. It's like it's all one building, but it's all like connected. You know how houses like this back in the days that connect the house together and all together like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean when you say that, but is this? I mean, okay, it does look better on your TV than on my laptop.
Yeah.
So maybe you just have the better picture.
Yeah.
What?
That looks
is
boring.
That
That looks worse.
Fog in the fog.
But it's like the sky is falling, the fog's covering.
I kind of like it actually.
Maybe for me.
It has kind of an eerie quality to it.
Yeah.
Bunch of flowers.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Should have done better with the background. It's never done green. Should have to do something like.
I wonder what's going on here.
The narrow seats.
Is this what is this an abduction?
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm frightened. Why were you painting this, Hitler? Why weren't you stepping in?
Yes. Too far, but
Yes, Hitler seems to like these, rural, like out in nature and before the mountains.
I'm just gonna get myself paint and paint on my head,
Right.
and my teeth, and my head, and my mouth. I'm starting to get me pain again.
Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, I guess I'll speak to the audience now. Hitler seemed to like these, out in the fields, kind of environments. You have the cabin, you have the mountains, you have the trees, and the sky is actually blue. I'll give him credit there. Come back, V.
I'm back, so I put myself paint off.
Yeah, she's back with Panadol.
I'm back with nerve and the Panadol, same thing.
And a cat.
Yes.
Okay, I just noticed something about like those mountains in the background. They look too small and too close up.
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. This is something where softer painting would have. Hitler should have gone softer.
Yes.
Yeah, this one looks better. Probably one of his better paintings.
Yes. It's snowy.
Yeah, snow and the.
Yes. I like it.
A flower.
A flower.
I wonder if Hitler was painting instead of like ruling Germany.
Yes.
Oh, a moose.
Nice. Is that his signature, Barbara?
Pardon?
Is that his signature? It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, that is curious, but it does say Hitler.
Yes. But there's a lot of painting he does.
There's a lot of building paintings.
Yes.
I'm getting pretty bored of looking at this.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, I guess we've seen enough. So I'll just say now, Hitler, as an artist, I don't think he was without skill, but ultimately I agree with the professor that said his skills, his skills were better suited for architecture.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they are fine architectural designs, but that's all they are, architectural designs. So, how many more paintings are on this Wikipedia page?
Not a lot.
Is this the same thing? Wait, okay, maybe it's not. I don't think it is actually.
Yeah. I like some.
Here's a pencil drawing.
Oh, pencil drawing?
Yeah. And yeah, I can definitely draw better than this.
Yeah.
More pencil drawings. Okay, we'll stay a little bit to look at these pencil drawings. Okay, I can do at least something at least this good.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
And, okay, looks like that's it. So yeah, that's,
That was good.
and that was Hitler's art.
Yes.
Let's go back to, here. So, we have some, Hitler myths. Some myths regarding Hitler. Okay, we already looked at, Hitler's history, so let's,
Yes.
look at some myths about him. Misconception 1, Hitler was part Jewish. There is no evidence that Hitler had Jewish ancestry, despite frequent studies into his ancestry by historians. The misconception that Hitler was part Jewish arose in the 1920s and 30s, and was a rumor started by his political opponents to discredit him as the leader of an openly anti-Semitic party. Misconception 2.
Yes.
Hitler was an elected leader.
He was not.
Yeah. Hitler was the illegally appointed Chancellor of Germany in January 1933,
No.
but he was not elected. In the Weimar Republic's constitution, the role of Chancellor was not elected but appointed by the President, who was at that time Paul von Hindenburg.
Oh wow. So what happened to the president during World War II then?
Well, I think he had already passed away and Hitler just automatically was given power.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Misconception 3. Hitler was homosexual. The rumor that Hitler was homosexual began in the 1930s to his close friendship with Ernst Röhm. He was the leader of the Sturmbannführer SA known as the Brown Shirts, and was openly homosexual. But similar to the myths that Hitler was part Jewish, these rumors were started by his political opposition.
Yeah.
There is no evidence that Hitler had homosexual relationships. However, it is well documented that he had heterosexual relationships, including with those with his half niece, Geli Rohbal.
That's ill.
Yep, and his later wife, Eva Braun. Doggies!
I love the German.
Oh yeah. Misconception 4. Hitler hated Jews because of an ex-girlfriend or because he didn't get into art college. It is not known when Hitler became anti-Semitic. However, it is known that after the First World War, Hitler was openly anti-Semitic. It is documented that he believed the inflammatory and baseless stab-in-the-back theory, which upheld that the German army did not lose the war but was instead betrayed by communists and Jews on the home front. For more than this, check out R.J. Evans' The Hitler Conspiracies 2020.
Yes.
Hitler then used his anti-Semitic beliefs to create a common enemy for the German people, especially during the economic crisis facing its people in the 1920s and 30s, as a way to rally the people and restore Germany to its previous glory. Misconception 5. Hitler survived the war. As the end of the war approached, Hitler and his new wife Eva Braun committed suicide in the Führer bunker underneath German on the 30th of April 1945. Hitler shot himself and Ava bit into a cyanide capsule. The bodies were then taken outside and cremated. As the Soviet army advanced into Berlin, soldiers discovered the burnt remains. However, rumors have persisted that Hitler survived, seeking sanctuary under a new name in South America. Similar to other famous Nazis, some have claimed he was living on the moon. Despite the
That would be a joke.
Despite the theories, there are many witnesses from the bunker who report that Hitler died in there on April 1945.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's that. Here are 5 more myths about this time about the Nazis. White nationalists have been seeking and finding attention frequently this year. This is, dead 2016, it's 2017, okay?
Yes.
Before all the attention on this new wave of Nazi imitators, the original Nazi Party, which unleashed chaos on the world in the early decades of the 20th century, is still shrouded in myths. Here are 5 of the most persistent. For myth number 1, Hitler was bankrolled by big corporate donors. Do you want to give my voice a rest and read a little bit?
Yeah, so basically in his biography of Henry Kissinger, the historian Neil Ferguson notes that the old man Thyssen, is it Thyssen?
Yeah.
Thyssen, that is German steel magnate,
Yeah, magnate, I think.
Fritz Thyssen bankrolled Hitler. Businessmen such as Thyssen using their financial asset to seize the Nazi was the mechanism by which Hitler was founded to come power, according to John Luftus, as former U.S. attorney who persecuted Nazi war criminals. But the Nazis were neither financed or bankrolled by big giant corporate donors during its rise to power. The Nazi Party did receive some money from corporate sources, including Thyssen, and briefly industrialists Everett von Bogus, but the business lead mostly remained at arm's length after Nazi economic policy was slippery. Pro-business ideas throttled into socialist language. The party programmed that the 5 points called for the nationalism of corporations and trusts, revenues sharing, and the end of interest slavery. Capitalism and the Nazi charge enslaved human being under the slogan of progress, technology, rationalization, and standardization. I can't pronounce.
Standardization.
Yes, standardization.
Okay, I think I can step back in.
Yeah.
The
sure?
party largely depended on grassroots sources of funding membership dues. The Nazi propaganda machine, the dances, the German evenings, the concerts, the speeches, was also a money-making operation, as is made clear in entries in Joseph Goebbels' diary. Once in power, however, the Nazis did receive funding from corporate sources, as business leaders were given fat contracts for armaments armaments production and construction projects. The regime also seized Jews' assets from valuable art to private savings and investment, and it took control of Jewish-owned companies in what the Nazis called the Aryanization of the economy. This is from the New York Post, I should mention.
Yes.
And the previous article was from HolocaustCentralNorth.org. Yes, HolocaustCentralNorth.org. HolocaustCentralNorth.org.uk. Myth number 2. Jesse Owens' 1936 Olympic wins embarrassed Hitler.
Did it?
No, it didn't. They said that it was a joke. No, it was a myth.
Oh, don't read this.
No, I should read it.
You sure?
Yeah. Hitler took great pride in hosting the Olympics, and for him the event was a roaring success. Even according to Owens, who told the press, "When I passed the Chancellor, he arose, waved his hand at me, and I waved back at him." I think the writer showed bad taste in criticizing the man of the hour in Germany. While the public focused on Owens, the Germans actually won the Olympic medal count, surpassing the favored Americans. Germany walked away with 33 gold medals to America's 24. 26 silver medals to America's 20, and 30 bronze to America's 12.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so Germany still came out looking better than America.
Yeah.
Myth number 3. Racist ideology was the key to Hitler's rise. 60 million Germans yielded to the blandishments and magnetism of this slender man, whose fervor and demagogy swept everything before him with outstretched arms as the savior of the originator of the fatherland.
That's not bad.
It's true that Nazi racism, especially rapid anti-Semitism, was always on the surface. Hitler was an ideological fanatic, and his ideology attracted a small but intensely loyal core supporters during the party's early years. 3 to 6% of the electorate during its first obscure decade. Even in regional elections throughout the 1920s, the Nazi share of the electorate never reached 10%. The truth is that Hitler rose on the strength of his skill as a political strategist more than anything else. The Nazi Party's propaganda staff became masters of negative campaigning, launching vicious assaults on the establishment parties under the system they supported. They were convinced that details didn't matter. Indeed, Nazi claims were often outright lies. Nazis also promised everything to everybody, pledging high sale prices for farmers and lower food prices for workers in the cities. The contradictions abound, and opposing parties never tired of pointing them out. Hitler was a forceful, decisive leader. This is the last of the myths.
Yes.
Hitler was, in reality, a facilitating indecisive leader who drove his lieutenants and later his military to exacerbation with his long delays and shifting, often contradictory decisions. His closest advisors complained frequently about his inability to make a clear call. In 1935, for example, Hitler announced the Nuremberg Laws, which, among other sinister things, made Jews non-citizens. But who was to be considered a Jew? Would a half-Jewish person, for instance, count? Party and state officials argued for months about this, but despite their plea for a solution from the Führer, Hitler refused to clarify the situation. Making matters worse, Hitler's decisions were rarely committed to paper. Instead, he preferred issuing vague verbal orders that contributed mightily to the confusion
Yes.
around his stances. Once he had finally decided on a course of action, nothing could change his mind. But reaching that decision was often a long, circuitous, frustrating process.
So basically, is a myth or it's not?
It's a myth that he was decisive. And here's the final myth: the Third Reich was well organized.
Yes. It has gone down in popular culture, though. That's for true.
Well, it's true in popular culture, but
Yes.
let's read on. In fact, the regime was according even to the memoirs of Hitler's Minister of Armaments and Munitions, Albert Speer, more like organized chaos. Officers and agencies of parties and state often overlapped and were given identical responsibilities, creating confusion.
Oh, wow.
There were, for example, 5 different military, state, and party agencies charged with leadership of the war economy. Hitler was also fond of creating ad hoc bodies to operate alongside, but often in conflict with established party or state agencies.
Yes.
Hitler explained this approach to governing by claiming that in this situation the strongest gets the job done. Apparently not, given that they lost the war. So here are the last of the myths that we're going to talk about before we move on to
from Hitler.
move on from Hitler. This is brewminate.com. I think.
Oh,
do you want to read some of this?
yes.
And this is some of these we've already gone over.
So basically, the first myth: Hitler was really a I can't pronounce that.
Schicklgruber.
Schicklgruber. So would Germans have been prepared to greet each other? With a hearty Schicklgruber. My pronounce. I'm so sorry. So every day, could Hitler ever become a dictator if he used his real name, Stackelberger, or would this have been just too ridiculous a name for a dictator? These are kind of questions that continue to be discussed vaguely on the internet discussion sites. They are, however, historically pointless questions as Stackelberger, my pronounce, I'm so sorry, never was Hitler's name.
I'll take it back.
Yes. Hitler's father, sorry.
Hitler's father had been born out of wedlock to Maria Ann Schicklgruber, yet he had changed his name to Hitler, the name of his stepfather, who by all likelihood was also his biological father, well before Hitler was born.
That's really confusing overall.
Yeah, like you're told that this person is your stepfather, but he might have been your actual father.
Yes.
Or biological father, I should say. Stepfathers. They can be your real father. And
they can be.
In a sense, it depends on how.
Yes.
On how well they do the job. But that's not true. His name wasn't Schicklgruber.
Yes.
True. Hitler had a Jewish grandfather. We've looked into this.
Yes, we did.
It is likely Hitler feared being the grandson of a Jew, as he seems to have commissioned Hans Frank, his chief jurist, to look into the claim that he had Jewish ancestry in 1930. So even though he wasn't, Hitler,
really?
he was worried about that. 3.
Peace.
Hitler fathered a child in World War One before losing one of his testicles.
Yes, I wasn't too sure. I did hear that he had fathered one, but I wasn't too sure if it was real or not.
Another fact which was exposed as untrue.
What?
If his DNA testing is to be trusted, is the idea only survived by French news that Hitler fathered a child with a French woman during the First World War. Most other evidence also suggests that Hitler was neither heterosexual nor, as some claim, homosexual, but asexual. Then again, German authorities seem to have made payments to Hitler's French family during World War II, which is odd if no relationship of any kind had existed between Hitler and the mother of Hitler's purported son.
Yeah.
The belief popularized by an English Second World War rhyme that Hitler had only one beau was recently claimed to have finally proven true as a result of newly available testimony of a German medical orderly who claimed to have treated Hitler after being wounded in the groin. However, nothing in this story really adds up.
No.
So most likely Hitler had all of his parts.
Yes, he just like. Imagine if he didn't. Imagine if the guards were so smart enough, they could have kept his body for like biology. I mean, like, and study his brain, all that.
4. Hitler survived World War II. We already examined that myth.
Yes.
Hitler himself was the most significant creator of untrue Hitler myths. What Hitler told the world about how he had turned from a postcard painter into a fascist leader was seldom supported by true facts. A pathological and talented liar, Hitler told people whatever they wanted to hear and what was politically opportune. The core of this invented story were the 4 years that he served in the German army on the Western Front.
Yes.
It was a story that he told so successfully that it was believed for almost a century after the end of the Great War. Hitler used it when he wanted to tell his core supporters that National Socialism had been born in the trenches of the First World War, and that the war had made him.
Is it? Oh, wow.
He also used it when he tried to broaden his appeal to a skeptical public in the late 1920s. And he used it in 1938 to quote and fool Neville Chamberlain to telling the British Prime Minister a tall story of how a British soldier had saved his life in 1918. Many other candidates of Hitler and untrue facts created by his propagandists persist to the present day. As the young historian Norman Dormier recently put it, today's perception of Nazi Germany by the public at large is still dominated by Nazi propaganda.
Yes.
So that is Hitler.
Yes.
What have you think you've learned a decent amount?
I learned them out. It's like mind blowing, but to learn more. Wish I didn't know some.
Yeah. Hitler certainly seems like not somebody that would.
Yes.
No, doesn't seem like a nice guy.
No. So was he allied? Who was his allied in the war? In World War II.
Okay, Hitler, or rather I should say Germany.
Yes.
Started the war being with allyships with Italy.
Yes.
And Japan.
Yeah, I see.
And during the war, I think they also, Germany was like, join us or be invaded. And
yes.
There were these two countries, one decided to join them and the other decided to invade them.
Yeah, I see.
And, so let's move on because we're talking about one other tyrant.
Yes.
And that's this guy, Vlad the Impaler, who existed about 400 years before Hitler.
Yes. Yes, he has, I guess. Some Romania.
Vlad III, commonly known as Vlad the Impaler, Romanian Vlad Tepes, or Vlad Dracula.
Oh, yes.
Was voivode of Wallachia 3 times between 1448 and his death in 1476 or 77.
Oh, wow.
He is often considered one of the most important rulers in Wallachian history and a national hero of Romania. He is the second son of Vlad Dracul, who became ruler of Wallachia in 1436. Vlad and his younger brother Radu were held hostages in the Ottoman Empire in 1442 to secure their father's loyalty.
Oh wow.
Vlad's eldest brother, Misia, and their father were murdered after John Hunyadi, region governor of Hungary, invaded Wallachia in 1447.
Oh wow.
Hunyadi installed Vlad's second cousin, Vladislav II, as the new voivode. Hunyadi launched a military campaign against the Ottomans in the autumn of 1448, and Vladislav accompanied him.
Oh wow.
Vlad broke into Wallachia with Ottoman support in October, but Vladislav returned, and Vlad sought refuge in the Ottoman Empire before the end of the year. Vlad went to Moldavia in 1449 or 1450, and later to Hungary.
Yes.
Relations between Hungary and Vladislav later deteriorated, and in 1456 Vlad invaded Wallachia with Hungarian support. Vladislav died fighting against him. Vlad began a purge among the Wallachian boyars to strengthen his position. He came into conflict with the Transylvanian Saxons who supported his opponents, Dan and Basarab Loita, who were Vladislav's brothers, and Vlad's illegitimate half-brother Vlad Kulugalu.
Oh, that's a lot of Vlads.
Yeah, that is a lot of Vlads.
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah, Vlad plundered the Saxon villages,
Oh wow.
taking the captured people to Wallachia, where he had them impaled. Peace was restored in 1460.
Oh wow.
The Ottoman Sultan Mehmed ordered Vlad to pay homage to him personally, but Vlad had the Sultan's two envoys captured and impaled.
Yes.
In February 1426, he attacked Ottoman territory, massacring tens of thousands of Turks and Muslim Bulgarians.
Oh wow.
Mehmed launched a campaign against the Wallachia to replace Vlad with Vlad's younger brother Radu. Vlad attempted to capture the Sultan at Taguvisti during the night of 14 to 14 of June 1462. The Sultan and the main Ottoman army left Wallachia but more and more Wallachians deserted to Radu. Vlad went to Transylvania to seek assistance from Matthias Corvinus, king of Hungary, in late 1462, but Corvinus had him imprisoned.
Oh wow.
Please read from here. My voice needs to break. Vlad
was held in captivity in Visegrad from 1463 to 1475. During this period, anecdotes about his cruelty started to spread in Germany and Italy. He was released at the request of Stephen III of Moldavia in the summer of 1475. He fought in the Corvinus army against the Ottomans in Bosnia in early 1476. Hungarian and Moldavian troops helped him to force Basarablayosha I can't pronounce that one.
I said that already.
Yeah, sorry. Who had dethroned Vlad brother Radu to flee from
I think Wallachia.
Wallachia in November. Oh my god, the words. Basarab returned to Ottoman support before the end of the year. Vlad was killed in battle before 10th of January 1477. Okay. He was killed before the battle in the 10th of January 1477. Books describing Vlad's cruelty acts were among the first bestseller in German-speaking territories. In Russian, popular stories suggested that Vlad was able to strengthen his central government by only applying brutal punishments, and many 19th century Romania historians adopted a similar view. That Vlad's patronymic thanks Brett, inspired the name of Bram Stoker, literally vampire Count Dracula.
Literary vampire.
Literary, my bad.
Yeah, sorry that. So everyone, we're both getting kind of tired at this point, and we kind of just started.
We did.
Started with Vlad the Impaler.
Yes, we just did. Sorry.
So I guess we have to try and move through this one a little bit faster.
Yes.
But so I guess I need to. Okay, why I am this?
Or we can do part 2 live.
Why I am talking about Vlad the Impaler and after Hitler.
Yes.
And the thing is,
I think Vlad's more brutal.
Well, the reason why I'm talking about this is that these two is that they have very little in common aside from
dictatorship.
Yeah, both being tyrants that killed a ton of people.
Yes.
It's one thing to read a Wikipedia article. Let's read. Let's read this historyhit.com article. 10 facts about Vlad the Impaler. This is
Yeah, do you want to go and record it?
Yeah, let's switch to a display capture now.
Yes. You can always pause it and can read as well if they want to read.
I mean, now let's read it for them.
Yes.
His family name means dragon.
Oh wow.
The name Dracul was given to Vlad's father, Vlad II, by his fellow knights who belonged to a Christian crusading order known as the Order of the Dragon. Dracul relates to dragon in Romanian. In 1431, King Sigismund of Hungary, who would later become the Holy Roman Emperor, inducted the elderly Vlad into the knightly order. The Order of the Dragon was devoted to one task: the defeat of the Ottoman Empire. His son Vlad III would become known as the son of Dracul, or in Old Romanian, Draculia, hence Dracula.
Oh, wow.
In modern Romanian, the word Drac refers to the devil.
Oh wow.
He was born in Wallachia, present-day Romania. Vlad III was born in 1431 in the state of Wallachia, now the southern portion of present-day Romania. It was one of the 3 principalities that made up Romania at the time, along with Transylvania and Moldova. Situation between Christian Europe and the Muslim lands of the Ottoman Empire, Wallachia was the scene of a great number of bloody battles.
Yes.
As Ottoman forces pushed westward, Christian crusaders marched eastward towards the Holy Land. Wallachia became a site of constant turmoil. He was held hostage for 5 years.
Oh well.
In 1448, Vlad accompanied his father and his 7-year-old brother Rodu on a diplomatic mission in the heart of the Ottoman Empire. However, the three were captured and held hostage by the Ottoman diplomats. The captors told Vlad II that he could be released on condition that the two sons remained.
Oh well, really? That's kind of cool.
Believing that it was the safest option for his family, Vlad II agreed. The boys were held in a citadel atop a rocky precipice over the town of I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I'm not saying that.
No.
Egrigors, now Dogrugors in present-day Turkey. I have no idea what I'm saying.
Yes.
During the 5 years of captivity in the fortress, Vlad and his brother were taught lessons in the art of war, science, and philosophy.
Oh wow.
Maybe that's what made Vlad such a tough leader.
Yes.
However, some accounts say that he was also subjected to torture and beatings, and it was thought that it was during the time that he developed his hatred of the Ottomans.
Oh wow.
His father and brother were both killed.
Oh damn.
You read this bit.
So, his father and his brother were killed. Both killed. Upon his return, Vlad II was overthrown by a coup orchestrated by local warlords known as the Boyar. He was killed in the marshes behind his house, while his oldest son, Messias II, was tortured, blinded, and buried alive.
He doesn't sound fun.
No, it doesn't. So, number 5, he was invited to rivals' dinner and killed them. Vlad III was freed.
That's Vlad the Impaler, by the way.
Vlad Impaler. So Vlad III was freed shortly after his family's death. However, by then he had already developed a taste for violence. To consolidate.
Not try again.
Consolidate.
Try again.
Consolidated power.
No, try again. Okay, let's do it one at a time.
Consolidated.
No. Just start with this bit.
Consolidated. Dated? No. Consolidated.
Well, there's no D at the end.
Consolidated.
No, try again.
Consolidate.
Close.
Consolidate. No. I'm just too consoled. Oh, how to pronounce it?
Sure you can.
Consolidated.
No, there's no D at the end.
Oh my god. Consolidate. Consolidate.
Yes.
Consolidate.
Yeah, you said it right. Consolidate.
Consolidate power and asset. Assert from his dominance. He decided to hold a banquet invited hundreds of members of his rival families. Normally, his authority will be challenged, and he had guests starved and their twitching bodies impaled on spikes.
Can I take it from here?
Yes.
He was named for his preferred form of torture. By 1426, he had succeeded to the Wallachian throne and was at war with the Ottomans. With enemy forces 3 times the size of his own, Vlad ordered his men to poison wells and burn crops. He also paid diseased men to infiltrate and infect the enemy. His victims were often disemboweled, beheaded, and skinned or boiled alive. However, impalement came to be his killing method of choice, largely because it was also a form of torture. He sounds like a Game of Thrones villain.
Yes.
Impaling involved a wooden stick or metal pole inserted through the genitals of to the victim's mouth, shoulders, or neck. It often took hours, if not days, for the victim to finally die. This reputation continued to grow as he inflicted this type of torture on foreign and domestic enemies alike. In one account, he once died among a forest of spikes topped with writhing bodies. His penchant for impaling his enemies and leaving them to die earned him the name Vlad Tepes,
Oh
or
wow.
Vlad the Impaler.
That's so like, bro.
He ordered the mass killing of 20,000 Ottomans. In June 1462, as he retreated from a battle, Vlad ordered 20,000 defeated Ottomans to be impaled on wooden stakes outside the city of Tiagoviste.
Yes.
When the Sultan Mehmed II came across the field of the dead being picked apart by crows, he was so horrified that he retreated to Constantinople. On another occasion, Vlad met with a group of Ottoman envoys who declined to remove their turbans, citing religious custom, and the Italian humanist Antonio Buffoni described. Whereupon he strengthened their custom by nailing the turbans to their heads with 3 spikes so that they could not take them off.
Oh wow.
The location of his death is unknown. Now, long after the infamous impalement of the Ottoman prisoners of war, Vlad was forced into exile and imprisonment in Hungary.
Oh wow.
He returned in 1476 to reclaim his rule of Wallachia. However, his triumph was short-lived. While marching to battle with the Ottomans, he and his soldiers were ambushed and killed. According to Leonardo Botta, the Milanese ambassador to Buda, the Ottomans cut its corpse into bits and paraded back to Constantinople to the hands of Sultan Mehmed II to be displayed over the city gates. His remains have never been found.
Oh wow.
I guess that's the scene of that.
Yes. But that's like, bro, that's...
He remains a national hero of Romania. Vlad the Impaler was an undeniably brutal ruler. However, he is still considered one of the most important rulers in Wallachian history and a national hero of Romania. The victorious campaigns against the Ottoman forces which protected both Wallachia and Europe have won him praise as a military leader. He was given praise by Pope Pius II, who expressed admiration for his military feats and for defending Christendom. In turn, he was the inspiration behind Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Be okay to reading these?
No, I can't read this. My voice is way too tired.
It is believed that
No, you can skip this because it's actually the subject of the next.
Skip it then.
Of the next article. This is by NBC News.
Oh wow! Oh really?
Yeah, and you can read this if you want.
So the Vlad the Impaler, the real Dracula was absolutely vicious.
Read this again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can say it with a harder T.
Absolutely vicious.
No, harder T.
Absolutely.
No, you're not saying the T hard enough.
Absolutely.
No, harder T.
So, do I have to pronounce the T?
Yeah, yes you can.
Absolutely. Absolute T. Absolutely.
Try again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, perfect. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Vicious.
Yeah, now say the whole thing again.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, the whole title.
The failed Vlad the Impaler, the real Dracula, was absolutely vicious.
Okay, well, let's move on.
Yes. Few names have cast more terror into the human's heart than Dracula, the legendary vampire created by the author Bram Stoker for his novel in his 1897 novel of the same name as inspired countless horror movies and television shows and other blood curdling tales of vampires. Though Dracula may seem like a singular creation, Stoker, in fact, drew inspiration.
Not try again.
Inspiration.
Not try again.
Inspiration.
You can do better.
Inspiration.
No, try.
Inspiration.
Try again.
Inspiration.
No, not inspiration.
No. Inspiration.
Yes.
Inspiration. From a real life man with an even more grotesque.
Close. You have the last part right.
Gothic. Gothic. No. Grotesque. No.
Grotesque.
Grotesque. Never.
No, grotesque.
Grotesque. Grotesque. Grotesque.
Grotesque.
Grotesque.
No, grotesque.
Grotesque.
Yes, exactly.
Grotesque.
No,
Taste.
grotesque.
Grotesque.
You know, you really need to emphasize the grotesque.
Yes. Grotesque. Because the hue. Taste. I'm moving on. Taste for blood. Vlad the Third, Prince of Wallachia. Wallachia. Or, as he better known, Vlad the Impaler. Vlad Tepes.
I mean, just ignore the stuff that says
Yes.
in the stuff in brackets.
A name he earned for his favorite way of disappearing. Disappearing. No, disappearing. Another word. But am I coming out? Disappearing, not disappearing. Disappearing.
Yeah.
Disappearing.
No, this pen, that's
Disappearing with his enemies. Vlad the Third was
You haven't finished saying the word.
disappearing.
Not dispensing.
Yes. Dispend.
Yeah, dispen, that's right.
Sing. Dispairing. No. Fuck.
Go on, dispen.
Just a sing.
Yeah, dispen.
Sing. But not sing, but dissipate, sing.
No, that's right.
Dispensing.
No, not dispensing. Dispen.
Dispen.
Yeah.
Sing.
Yeah.
Dispen. Dispairing.
No.
Dispensing.
Yes.
Dispersing.
I mean, try and say the N harder.
Dispensing.
No.
Sing.
You're saying you're adding too many syllables.
Yes. Dispensing.
Yes.
Dispensing.
Yeah, try and really work on the N.
Yes. Dissipating. Dissipating.
Dispensing.
Dissipating.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
Why is my voice so tired?
Yes,
now?
with his enemies. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry that I can't.
I can pronounce. I can get like type it and pronounce it like my own time.
I'm sorry that my voice is too
Yes,
damn
it's okay.
tired.
I could have like taught as well. Vlad III was born in 1431 in Transylvania. Transylvania. Oh, I can't pronounce. I hope it's right. With a mountainous range
No.
region
Yes.
in modern day Romania. His father was Vlad II Dracula.
No.
Dracul.
Yes.
Dracul, my bad. Dracul, ruler of Waka. No, fuck. I had the word. Not Russia. Roshan. No. Roshan. Rashay. No. Fuck. I hate this. Roll. Sha. You had the word. Like, was it Russia? No.
Walla.
Wallachai.
No. Wallach.
Wallach. Has a principal.
Wallachia.
Wallachia. Wallachia. Oh, no.
Wallachia.
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 Wallachia is a principality.
Close. You need to pronounce the P's harder.
Principality.
No, you need the second P. That you need to really hit that.
Principality.
Yeah.
Principality.
Yeah. Try again.
Principality.
Nah.
Principality.
Yeah.
So principality.
Yeah, good enough. You need to really work on that
Yes.
second L.
I know. Located to the south of Transvalia. I'm not know.
Yeah, you sure can. Transylvania.
Transvalia.
No.
Transylvania.
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 Vania.
Transylvania.
No, Transylvania.
Transylvania.
No, Transylvania.
Transylvania.
Yeah, that's good.
Transylvania.
No. You lost it.
Transylvania.
Yes.
Vlad II was granted the surname of Dracula.
No.
Not Dracul. My bad. Dragon. After his introduction into
No.
Induction into the Order of the Dragon, a Christian military order supported by the Holy Roman Empire.
No, Empire.
Empire.
No, Emperor.
Emperor, my bad. I'm getting tired. And stated. Fuck, I'm not doing this. I'm tired. Situated between Christian Europe and the Muslim lands of the Ottoman Empire. Transylvania. No, Transylvania. And Walla Cha. No, fuck, I'm getting tired. Walla Cha. I hate this. I just want to. Wallaka Chai Wallachia, no, Wallachia, no.
Wallachia.
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 Yes.
We're Finklet. We're Finkly.
No, frequently.
Finkly.
No.
For Finklety. So I'm getting tired, and my mum is getting like, frankly, the scene of a bloody battles of Ottoman forces pushed and westward into Europe, and Christian crusaders repulsed, and the invaders or marched eastwards towards the Holy Land.
Now let's skip the verse and get to
very important stuff.
Vlad talks about his, what he actually did. What is impaling? I mean, how long have we been doing this for? Oh, we've been streaming for 2 hours.
Do you want to do part 2?
No, let's just...
I'm sorry, my words are going to stumble now.
Sorry everyone, but way too...
Yes.
Oh no, I don't know why we're so tired. Maybe we just left this too late.
Yes.
Maybe
we can always clean. I really apologise. I really am.
Oh no, maybe... No, it's my fault. I don't know, but I don't know whether it's we're just too tired to do this, or...
I'm not too tired, I'm just
because if she... I don't know if she... I mean, sorry V, but if you were a better reader, maybe we'd be...
Be finished by now.
I don't know if we'd necessarily be finished, but I wouldn't have to...
I just never...
I wouldn't have to call it quits.
Yes, I know. I just never heard those kind of words before, because of my speech therapy, I mostly do them, not all of the words I have heard.
Maybe you can count this towards some of your speech therapy.
Well, why don't just give me a list, I can get my speech therapy will help me with some words.
Okay, sure, we can definitely do some of that.
Yes.
Oh, anyway, thanks for...
Thanks.
Thanks for watching, thanks for your patience. We'll work on something later.
Yes.
We'll do another commentary soon, so bye bye and good night.